Hey everybody, Francis Beck, Randy Schultz here at the Northtown Center. Game 1 of the quarterfinals. The Section 6 girls hockey is over, and not surprisingly, it's Kenji, the number 2 seed, taking care of business against Lid 5-1, and this is about what we expected.
Exactly. In fact, I thought Lid was going to make a game of it in about the first minute of the third period. They cut the lead in half to 2-1, but then 3 minutes later, Kenji comes right back, and then that just opened up the floodgates. So, yeah, Kenji moves on, and they will go now to the quarterfinals.
No, semifinals.
Semifinals, sorry. I'll get my quarters and my semis all straightened out here.
What has been, real quick before we move on to the pregame of Game 2, which is Hughes and Niagara County, what has been, you think, the big difference for Kenji that they maybe haven't had in the last few years?
They've got a team finally now, I think, that's coming together that is sticking together, meaning players are not, or their families are not moving to different school districts, things like that. I know that sounds like very strange, but that is one thing. This is a team that's coming up together. They were young together, and now all of a sudden they're gelling together at the right time, and things are coming together here. And I'll tell you, they're looking at a championship this year. That's what they'd like. That's what they all want, but they got a pretty good chance at it.
All right, let's move on to our next semifinal game. It's number 6 seed Hughes, Hamburg, Eden, West Seneca against number 3 seed Niagara County. That includes Newport, Starpoint, Niagara, Weekfield, and North Tonawanda. And let's set the stage with this. Last season, Hughes was the 6 seed, Niagara County was the 3 seed. Hughes beat NICO 3-2 in the Section 6 quarterfinals. We're back, same spot, same seeds. Will we get the same results?
Something tells me, though, in talking to the NICO coaching staff, they haven't let their girls forget about this, and I don't think the girls have forgotten about it. So they've got a little bit of a score to settle here, and they'd like to get a little redemption if they could in this game. But it will be a good game. Despite Hughes' overall record of 3-11, 1-1, they're actually, I've seen them play in the last couple of weeks, they're a better team than that. They got some really good players on their team. They could give Niagara County a rough time.
All right, let's start with Hughes. Who they'll need to rely on for sure is Riley Enzel, 15 goals, 4 assists. What does she bring to the table for you? I don't know how much you've seen of them, but she's clearly pretty important.
Absolutely. Without her in that lineup, they don't have a really big scoring attack. So they're going to be leaning on her today. But like I always say, in past broadcasts with Stu Boyer, the really good players will step up to the plate and they will, produce in their game. So I think she'll be out there leading the way today for Hughes.
For Niagara County, it all starts with Kayla Persinger. She led them to a win over Williamsville earlier this season, their first win over Williamsville in program history. And she's just clearly a leader for this team. We've talked to her before. And what does she need to do now? It's playoff time. How does she take things to the next level?
She's got to lead that team out on the ice and then get them all playing together and pull together as a team. That's going to be the key ingredient here. Niagara County has surprised a lot of people. I think in talking to the coaching staff going way back to the beginning of the season, a lot of coaches in this league felt Niagara County was going to be the team. Not necessarily at the top, but they were going to be much improved, and they have proven that so far this year, and especially with their overall record.
And, Rick talked about it. We had him on the intermission report. Very close race at the end. And, in fact, Niagara County had a shot at getting the number 2 seed just in that final couple days of the season, just to show you how good they were and how far they've come since they started just a couple years ago.
Absolutely. I can remember when they started a couple of years ago, they were just simply not good. I mean, that was flat out. They didn't win a game the first year, and they really struggled. But in the last couple of years, they've been putting things together, been very patient. The coaching staff is still the same. They're working with these girls. They're putting together a good program there. And to this year's 11 wins certainly proves how far they've come.
All right, in their 2 meetings, Niagara County has won both 4-1 and 7-2. Expected starters in that, Leah Schneid for Hughes, and then Malera Mulready is expected to be in net for NICO. I think that'll about do it for us. I'm about to get our player of the game interviews from last game for Kenji defeating Lid. But for right now, for Randy Schultz, I'm Francis Beck. Thank you for tuning in to our coverage of the Section 6 girls hockey quarterfinals on Western New York Athletics.
most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.